you guys know I like stirring the pot a little bit, and man, is this ever going to stir the pot. Not just because we're ranking best teams, but in the Canadian North Division, I know there's going to be some fan bases getting riled up, and I love it. Hey, I'm going to give you my opinions. That's what we're here for. Let's have some fun. Let's get it out of the way right off the bat. I tried to be as unbiased as possible. You guys know I'm a Flames fan. Here are my rankings. Look, I get it. I was very unbiased, tried to be professional, and give you guys honest rankings that weren't based on me being a Flames fan, trying to be objective here. And I know, don't worry, you don't have to say it in the comments. I've been complimented plenty that I'm very objective, and my rankings for NHL teams are very fair. Alright, but for real though, let's get into this thing. Let's go by process of elimination to start things off. Ottawa, sorry, the truth hurts, but you guys are a young team, you're building things up, but let's be real, okay? Even somebody on crack could tell you the Ottawa Senators are not the best team in the North Division. Next up, I don't think this one's a hot take either, the Edmonton Oilers. I'm not just saying this because I'm a Flames fan. You guys are not the best team in the division. I think you guys have the best player in the division. Actually, maybe the two best players in the division, but you're not the best team. Not with that Make-A-Wish Foundation defense back there and the goaltending. I know Koskinen can be good at times, but in the long run, look, man, he's just not going to carry you that far. There's a reason you guys chased Markstrom so hard in the offseason, harder than Peter Chiarelli chased Els when he was the GM of the Edmonton Oilers. This was a really hard one for me to pick, and I decided to put these guys slightly above Edmonton because of one dude, Connor Hellebuyck. When you have a Vezina-level franchise goaltender, that changes a lot for your franchise. And look, Jets fans, you have to know that your defense is absolutely spotty as hell, okay? And another reason I put you guys in this slot is because Pierre-Luc Dubois, I know his values dropped because of the whole Columbus situation, but don't get it twisted. He is a star. He's phenomenal. Somebody said it in my comment section yesterday. Props to you, man, who said that. But he's going to be great under Scheifele. And Scheifele, he's your man now. And Wheeler is awesome. Ehlers is great as well. Kyle Connor, how can you forget? That's why I think this team is better than the Edmonton Oilers. All right, now we're getting into spicy territory. Vancouver. Look, I know last year you guys made it farther than any Canadian team in the playoffs, and you guys looked real good. But without Tanev, without Markstrom, things just look different. And I can confidently say that even if they bounce back, the Canucks will not be the best team in Canada. Too many questions with the depth scoring of the Canucks. Look, a guy like Jake Virtanen, I know he had a bounce-back season last year, but he's just not going to cut it, okay? And the depth scoring needs to pick it up there. And the defense, look, Quinn Hughes, he had a rock in Chris Tanev they would really lean on, and he's still nasty. He's a stud, this Quinn Hughes. But he's got some growing pains. He's still got a lot of learning to do in the National Hockey League. You don't just walk in a league and you're a stud from day one until the end of the career. There's some bumps in the road. It's normal for everybody. But don't get me twisted here. I still think Quinn Hughes is a superstar, but he's just going through some kind of learning curves right now. And that kind of makes you guys not the best team in Canada right now. Up next, we've got my Calgary Flames. Now look, after those 2 games against the Canucks, I was ready to declare them the best team in Canada. Okay, I mean, they look good all across the board. Markstrom, absolute superstar. I literally think Jacob Markstrom is one of the top goalies in the entire league now, truly. And the emergence of Rasmus Andersson, as well as it's looking like right now the #1 Flames defenseman, Valimaki's been absolutely solid so far. People are saying swapping out Brody for Tanev is a mistake. Look, I watched TJ Brody for damn near 10 years, and I'm telling you, Tanev does so many things right. Brody's a great player, but Tanev does so many other things in the game that just improve your team's performance. And I think Tanev, I don't want to go as far as to say he's a better player than TJ Brody, but I think he's a better fit on this Flames team right now. Now, the reason I have them third here is because I just don't know if I see them being better. Okay, of course, you know, but you don't know what order I'm going to put them in. Toronto and Montreal. Okay, like at the end of the day, I just see that the big star power in Toronto and the 800 different types of weapons in Montreal at the end of the day is going to come out to be better than what the Flames have. And that's thinking about a 37-year-old Mark Giordano, who is starting to kind of show his age. Father Time's catching up there. Monahan and Gaudreau, who are my two favorite players in the NHL, but when push comes to shove, they kind of hide a little bit. And look, for my money, Matthew Tkachuk is one of the best players in the National Hockey League. But the other players like Olivo, Simone, Lucic, starting to look like a liability out there a little bit. And that pains me to say because I love Milan Lucic. Derek Ryan, at one point, I considered him to be the best fourth-line center in the league, and he does not look good so far this season. And again, they've still got some young defensemen who need some more time to develop. Rasmus Anderson, he's not just going to be an absolute stud number one guy right away. He needs to learn. Same thing with Valimaki here. That's why I have the Flames third right now, because I do think they're a damn good team. I just don't think they're the best. Second place, we've got the Harlem Globetrotters. I mean, what can't these... I'm just kidding. We got the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yes, I know, Leafs Nation coming for me now. What? What do you mean better than the Habs? Look, okay, here is my problem with the Toronto Maple Leafs. And Leafs fans, tell me yourselves, how much can you really trust that defense? I know you guys want to think that TJ Brodie is the solution to all your problems, but at some point, if you're thinking that, you're going to have to be hit with a reality check. And the depth on defense, look, Justin Hull has played better. Bogosian, I don't see how Bogosian can be more than like a bottom pairing defenseman that you just kind of pray to your god, Matt Sundin, that he doesn't cough up the puck and cause a turnover. Travis Dermott is not seeming to be or living up to the potential that many thought he would. And look, TJ Brodie, he is a good defenseman. I will give him that. And he's going to work well with Morgan Rielly. But I just don't think that that's enough to really make the defense rock solid. Jake Muzzin is a very, very good defenseman, and Morgan Rielly is an absolute star. Which is why I have you guys in second place. Like, look, I'm not putting you guys in, like, relegation, like in soccer. Like, you guys are going to have to go play in the beer league or something, work your way back up. No, I got you guys in second place in the North Division. Like, that's really good. I just think that the Habs are better than you right now, and I know that's got to sting. But, like, what do you want me to say? I'm also looking at Freddie Anderson in the net, and Jack Campbell, he's a serviceable, if not solid, backup. But Freddie Anderson, he's starting to really show some inconsistency. He's been a great goalie for you guys, but at times he can kind of blow it a little bit. And up front, we know you got the big weapons, okay? There's no doubting that, but is that really going to be enough? I mean, you can't win every single game 6-5, 5-4. You can't win every game like that. You know what I mean? You got to have some defensive shutdown games. And I know the Leafs have shown the ability to do that at times this year. But again, that's why they're in second place. That's why they're not in sixth place. You know what I mean? They're still a really good team. I just don't think they're the best. Because to me, the best team in the North Division, it's the Montreal Canadiens. And yes, it is largely influenced by the games they just played against the Vancouver Canucks. What a series that was. But it just seems to me that this team has everything. Except the big superstar, the McDavid or the Matthews or the Pettersson. That's what they don't have. They have somebody that's maybe emerging as that in Nick Suzuki. But they have everything. They've got the talent, the grit, the team chemistry, the good special teams play, the forward scoring depth, the rock-solid defense, and the great goaltending. And by great goaltending, I don't just mean one great goaltender. Jake Allen ain't no slouch, okay? Carey Price, we know he's all-world, but Jake Allen is great. I think he's too good to be a backup goaltender. So the fact that he's going to be in a backup role with Montreal, chef's kiss. Now, how far are they going to make it into the playoffs? That remains to be seen. And look, there's going to be some young guys like Kotkaniemi, like Suzuki, don't forget he's still 21 years old, who are going to have some off nights. But that is when, especially in the playoffs, guys like Corey Perry, Frolik can step in. Guys who've won Stanley Cups, have experience, can kind of pick up the slack when the young guys are kind of losing it a little bit. They've also got a great experienced leadership group, which to me, that's another thing that puts them over the top. and makes them the best team in this division. All right, guys, that'll do it for me on this one. I could be totally wrong. Fast forward to 3 months when the Ottawa Senators are tops in the division, right? And the Montreal Canadiens are playing in a beer league, okay? So give me your predictions. I want your standings, 1-7, or better yet, 7-1, worst to best. Canadian teams, if you made it this far, that's how I'll know if you rank your standings 7-1 for the Canadian teams. If you're new here, hockey content every single day. Like this video, subscribe for more. Almost at 1K. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next one.